In 2013, a diving crew was retrieving the bodies of a sunken boat. It had been almost 3 days since this boat sank, so they assumed all 12 crew members had died. But as they were searching through the wreckage, a hand reached out and grabbed one of the divers.
He's alive, he's alive.
This man managed to survive for 2.5 days because of an air pocket.
In 1998, a salvage company called RMS Inc. raised a 20-ton section of the Titanic out of the North Atlantic. Now, this section is known as the Big Piece and was originally part of the starboard side of the Titanic. And it broke off when the ship hit the iceberg over 100 years ago. RMS Inc. received a lot of backlash for raising the piece. Relatives of Titanic victims say the company was tampering with a gravesite. This didn't stop RMS from going on to raise more than 5,000 artifacts from the wreckage. What do you think? Was RMS out of line for this, or is this type of preservation worth it?
There is a theory that the actual Titanic never sank, and the shipwreck at the bottom of the Atlantic, that's a different ship called the Olympic. You see, the Olympic was owned by White Star, which was the same company that owned the Titanic. And in 1911, the Olympic crashed into another ship and became badly damaged. And this is where the conspiracy begins. They claim that because the two ships looked identical, the company swapped them out. The actual Titanic would now secretly go on as the Olympic, and the true Olympic, now operating as the Titanic, would be involved in a planned accident so they could collect insurance money.
This is Rosie the shark. In 1997, Rosie got so badly tangled in fishing nets that the fishermen decided to humanely kill her. A wildlife park in Australia ended up purchasing the dead shark to make her the central display in their museum. The park ended up closing down and the facilities became abandoned. For 7 years, the shark was left alone. In 2019, another park decided to buy her, and with a major group effort, they successfully lifted Rosie and transported her to her new home. This is a 200-foot-long stuffed rabbit. It lies on a mountain in northern Italy, and no one knows how it got there. Nah, I'm just kidding. A group of 4 artists created the rabbit in 2005. It was supposed to last for 20 years, but in 2016, it had almost completely decomposed. And now, judging from Google Maps satellite images, it looks like only the outline is left.
Most manhole covers are round, and the reason for this is actually really important. You see, because they need to stay in place, these lids weigh a lot. Now, if they were square, they'd have to align them just right when they put them back. But the round covers fit without any need for alignment. Not to mention, round covers can't fall into their own hole.
This huge rock in Saudi Arabia is perfectly cut in half, and no one knows why. It's been around for 4,000 years, and scientists still don't know exactly how it was cut in half. Now, some have speculated an ancient civilization carved the rock in half, and others believe it was cut in half by the same aliens who built the pyramids. But the most widely accepted theory is that the rock just naturally settled like this and broke in half on its own.